Why did my mother-in-law give our son a $40,000 gift for Christmas? My mother-in-law Trudy has hated our son Elijah since the day he was born. Not because he's a bad kid, but purely because he's chronically ill and requires a ventilator to breathe. Over the 4 years Elijah has been alive, she's never lifted a finger to help. Never babysat, never offered a dime, never even sent Christmas cards. That's why Christmas morning made no sense. I was in the kitchen when I heard a van pull into the driveway. I looked out and saw Trudy stepping out. What was she doing here? Two men got out beside her. They all unloaded something from the back and started wheeling it towards the house. I squinted closely and my jaw dropped. A ventilator. Brand new. The exact one our doctor recommended. The one insurance denied 3 times. $42,000. My husband came up behind me, equally as shocked. Trudy walked through our front door holding her phone up, filming everything. Merry Christmas! Tears started running down my face instantly. My husband broke down next to me. Trudy hugged us for the first time in 4 years, all while keeping the phone steady and making sure the camera caught everything. We spent Christmas together, talking, laughing, making dinner. Trudy kept saying she realized family was the important thing we had. That night, I sat on the couch scrolling Facebook. Trudy had already posted the video. Her church group shared it. Her neighborhood group shared it. What an angel, the comment said. Grandmother of the year. She replied to every single one. Anything for my grandbaby? It's just money. Can't take it with us anyway. 3 weeks passed. Trudy called often. Elijah was breathing normally for the first time in years. Life felt like it was getting better. Then someone knocked on my door. A man in a polo shirt was standing on my porch, clipboard and papers in hand. I'm here about the ventilator, he said. You're 3 days past due. I stared at him. Past due for what? He turned the clipboard and pointed at a number. $1,400. Monthly payment, 48-month lease. Contract signed in our names. Total owed, $68,200. My hands started shaking. There's been a mistake. That equipment was a gift. He shrugged. I just collect payments, ma'am. You signed the contract. He gave me the papers and walked away. I closed the door. What was he talking about? I never signed any contracts. I called Trudy immediately. Hey, I kept my voice steady. A man just showed up saying we owe money for the ventilator. She laughed. Soft, slow, like I was a child. Honey, you didn't think the ventilator was free, did you? I felt the blood drain from my face. I did. You gave it to us. You filmed it and posted it online. I heard her voice go cold. I gave you the gift of time with your little burdened son. The payments are your responsibility. Click. She hung up. I stood in my kitchen staring at the wall. That's when I found out about the GoFundMe. Help cover Elijah's ongoing care. $18,000 raised. I took to Google and started researching. I realized it wasn't just a GoFundMe. Trudy had also gotten nominated for the Community Hero Award for her video. Ceremony at the Civic Center next week. $5,000 cash prize. I called the leasing company that rented the ventilator and got a copy of the contract. I opened it and my heart stopped right there. My signature, alongside my husband's. We'd never seen these documents. Sure as hell never signed them. I showed my husband and everything clicked at once. Trudy had forged our names, put us $50,000 in debt, kept $18,000 in donations, and now was about to collect an award for it. We looked at the ceremony date again. It was in 1 week. My husband looked at me. We're going. Saturday night eventually came. Civic Center. 200 people packed into folding chairs. We sat in the back row. 30 minutes into the ceremony, Trudy's name got announced. She walked on stage in a blue dress, smiling. They played her Christmas video. Merry Christmas! People clapped. Some wiped their eyes. The mayor handed her a plaque. She dabbed her face and leaned into the microphone. I emptied my savings, $40,000, because that's what family does. Everyone started clapping. That's when my husband stood up. That's a lie. Every head in the room turned. He walked down the aisle. I followed. You didn't spend anything, he said. You rented the equipment, put the contract in our names, forged our signatures. I held up the contract in one hand and my driver's license in the other. Look at these signatures, I said. My Y doesn't loop like that. I've never written a Y like that in my life. The woman in front of me put her hand over her mouth. And the GoFundMe? I kept going. $18,000. Where is it? A woman in the third row jumped to her feet. I gave you 200. An older woman from her church stood up slowly. We passed a collection plate for you. Twice. Where is that money, Trudy? Trudy's lips started trembling. Her eyes welled up. Tears spilled down her cheeks. I was going to. You wanted credit, I said, and you wanted us to pay for all of it. A man in a suit stood up. I recognized him. Her boss from the bank. Trudy, you forged signatures? You kept fundraiser money? Mascara was running down her face in black streaks now. Richard, please, don't come in Monday. We're done. A sob escaped her throat. Her knees buckled. She grabbed the podium to keep from falling. The presenter took the plaque from her hands. My husband looked at her. You're dead to me. We turned and walked out. I didn't look back.